Chris Van Vliet inside the AAA here in Miami, Florida with a guy you may have seen a couple times before. WWE superstar, the show-off. It is Dolph Ziggler.
Wow. Heck of an intro, bro.
Thank you. It's kind of what I do.
It's hard to top it. It was like number 8, I think this is, perhaps.
This might be like our 14th interview.
Yeah, double digits for sure.
This is like a homecoming for you because here we are in Miami, just half an hour from your hometown of Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood, Florida. Gotta love it. There's a great Denny's there. I think there's a dog track.
There's a casino as well.
There's a casino where all the kids like to go and play. Yeah.
There are people when you're down here in Florida that must think that Hollywood is your hometown.
I've done an entire morning of media, and their first pages of notes from Wikipedia are like, so you're from Hollywood. What about? And I'm like, Dolph Ziggler is from Hollywood. He is played by Nick Nemeth, who is from Cleveland. But still, there's roots here, probably.
So here we are backstage. Well, I guess we're kind of on the stage here.
Stage, yeah.
Look how many people it takes to make a Raw or a SmackDown happen.
This is not even all of them. There are crews that come in last night, crews that come in at 5 a.m., people who'll be tearing down till 5 a.m., hundreds and hundreds of people, plus our main crews, putting up lights to do the rigging, putting up that giant Titantron that's, 500 feet big. I don't know what the difference is. It's unbelievable, everything that comes together just so us to go out there in that ring and screw around.
SmackDown tonight. For someone who's never been to a WWE live event, what's in store for them?
It's a blast. In this case, with a SmackDown, you can go have a time of your life, just like you normally would, but you get to, if you DVR it, you go home on Thursday and look for yourself in the crowd, so it's win-win for everybody. But a WWE live event is everything you want. All your favorite WWE superstars. The fans are dressed up. Everyone's jazzed up. There's pyrotechnics. There's a giant screen. There's everyone that you want to see and all the fun that you want to have, but you are there live, and it's as good as it gets. And the best part is, not only is it PG, family-friendly, good for everyone, grandpa, grandma, the kids, instead of paying $500 for a concert, like I want to go to the Motley Crue concert, it's tomorrow. Those tickets are several $100s. Several hundred for a decent seat. $20 gets you in the door because we want to encourage families, and the more the merrier, to come all together and pass it down for generations.
You know who's going to be there tonight? Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Motley Crue was going to be in the crowd.
They might be.
They might be.
Maybe if you hooked it up.
I'll DM them later. I'll tell Vince, bro, Neil, not McMahon. No, I'll be here for sure. I'm worth the $20 alone if you've ever seen me perform or you want to tonight. Also, very special Miz TV. I hate that guy. We're going to be on a show. And when I outclass him on the microphone tonight, what does he have left? Christmas Bounty 11. That is it. Straight to Sega Genesis or VHS.
Now, obviously, people watching this will know I'm a big wrestling fan, but I'm going to play the non-wrestling fan right now and go, well, don't you know it's fake?
Which part?
Exactly.
The outcomes are planned. Everything else is a blast and fun, and there's improv, and I get hurt all the time for real, very much. When everything goes great, I get hurt a little bit. When it doesn't go great, I get hurt to hell. So it is someone who, let me say, please don't try this at home, because I've been trained for years professionally with WWE, and I get hurt a lot. There's concussions, there's injuries, there's breaks, and we still got to work through them. So that being said, the only thing fake about it is people who call it fake.
The logic for me is movies are also fake, but no one comes out of Jurassic World and goes, well, how could you enjoy the movie? Dinosaurs don't really exist.
Yeah, they did exist.
Well, they did.
I guess. Prove it, right?
Right.
No, it suspends belief. You get to go have fun, locked in here, check it out, enjoy the show, and don't go, Tom Cruise isn't really riding that plane, because he is now, just so you know. But he's not a real spy, right?
He's not.
But if you enjoy the movie, does it really matter?
I want to talk about the fact that it's very real. I mean, look at this right here. Payback, right? I don't know, Alex, if you can get a shot of that right there.
I used to be really handsome before I started working here.
What happened?
Just imagine. Yeah. There's a scar here from a kick that my teeth went through my face.
Cool.
These 2 teeth have been kicked out 2 different times in this career, and this giant zipper scar here that will go away sometime in a year, I was told, but not really go away.
You were really, really bloody when that happened.
Yes, and I wish we could have caught some of it on film. There's a couple still photos of very old school 70s wrestling, face of blood. I remember headbutting Sheamus, kicking him in his face, and I fell on top of him to pin him, and while I was on top of him, I go, I'm on top of him, he's not on top of me. Why does it feel like there's a warm, sweaty guy sweating all over my forehead? He barely kicked out, and I got on all fours and go, what the hell? And I just saw blood like it was coming out of a faucet and went, oh, that's me. Crap. I better try and win this real fast, because in this day and age, we stop matches like that to sew somebody up or just end it. And I go, I better find a way to win or lose real quick here.
Why can't you just wear the crimson mask, to quote JR?
It was a different time. And it happened, and it was pay-per-view, but it's also, like I said, this is a family-friendly environment. It is PG. And if something goes down, we're going to have to stop it and fix it. They gave me, since I've been here a while, I begged the referee, do not touch me or stop this. Give me another minute to try and win, and then we can do whatever the hell we need to do.
With that said, why were we allowed to promote John Cena's broken nose?
Promote it?
Well, John Cena, broken nose, adversity. Look how tough he is.
I was gone from
I'm a good announcer, as you can see.
Yeah, I didn't really see. But I broke my nose, and I also had 13 stitches in my face, and the next night I wrestled for 20 minutes. So I noticed we didn't promote it as much. But still, it's because we let everyone know, especially kids, accidents do really happen, and we have to work through them a lot, as long as it's not a life-threatening injury. But please don't try this at home, because you can get hurt like that, and we're pros.
You are driving the internet crazy right now with what's going on with Lana.
Oh, good.
There's other things?
I was like, oh, geez, what, no, that's great.
Are you just the king of kayfabe?
That's a great line. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the term, though. But it is much like several other romantic engagements that I have taken place here with WWE. I went from not knowing somebody and saying hello and goodbye to them to, we're kind of working together, let's see what happens, to cut to New York City. We go out, we party, we have a blast. Now we're much more than that. We're having a great time, and I think it's starting to show social media and in the ring a little bit.
This is like bleeding over into real life.
It sure is bleeding, yes.
Do you know who you're wrestling tonight?
No idea. That's the best thing about WWE. We don't know who we're facing. We did promote, we know for a fact that Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns will be in a street fight. That we know. That is done. Get everyone here to at least check that out. The rest of the show will be on the fly. We won't know till minutes, seconds before. I know we promoted a Miz TV where Lana and I will be on. I'm sure it will go swimmingly as I plead my case that nothing happened.
Sting, will he be here? No, he won't.
I don't know.
He has a big.
It was pretty cool seeing him yesterday, and he went first, and then he opened the show, and I got to follow him with a pretty cool match that as good as it gets for me, because I kind of won. And
yeah, you totally won,
right? That's a Ziggler win.
Then you got to be naked on TV.
Pretty close to. I mean, I felt like I remembered there was cameras there for a moment. I was caught off guard, because usually there's 2 or 3 girls in the locker room with me, and it was just the one, and I was like, what? No, I was caught off guard, grabbed a towel, and luckily, even with live TV, I was able to cover up enough. Luckily, it was a beach towel, so we were okay.
I know you've been a fan your entire life.
Yes.
How good for you as a fan, talk fan mode here, was Raw last week?
Oh, it was awesome. I realized about halfway through, they go, oh, this is like the After Mania Raw. We're doing that a couple times. And wrestling, sports entertainment, 52 weeks a year. Sometimes when you're as hard on the product as I am, you get mad about things, you get bitter about things, you get bored with things.
You?
But yeah, believe it or not. Oh. And I'm the harshest critic we have on my own stuff, on certain things, and we always try and make it work. And it's sometimes when something special happens in wrestling, it's that much more special to me for me to go, that was awesome, because I'm as bitter and I've seen it all as there is. So if you can get me to go, whoa, that was cool a couple times, it's a special show. And I love that we're starting to understand. You better be there for the night after WrestleMania. You better be there the night after SummerSlam. And hopefully next year, be there the night after after Money in the Bank, because you know something's going to go down. As we slowly just start to put in everyone's brains that it's more and more special.
Do you also keep up with what's going on in NXT?
A little. It's the hot thing to talk about. It's very in for kids and people yourself to watch that show and tell me about it. So I travel a lot. I don't even get to watch myself on Raw. So everyone tells me about it. In Brooklyn, I got to see some of those dudes who had their show sold out the night before us. Yeah. And I got to bump into a bunch of them. I just had a loop with Tyler Breeze on it and talked to him for a little bit. So it was, I know what's going on a little bit.
You know how badly, and this is every comment on every video we've ever done, how badly people want to see you and Tyler Breeze?
But why? Because...
Why not?
But, okay.
You're both great workers.
Still, I get it, but like, it's like sometimes someone will be like, stop trying to be Sean, man. You wore pants. And I throw a super kick. Guess who else throws a super kick? 99% of the roster, sometimes 100% of the roster. And then it's like, Tyler Breeze, you should wrestle with Dolph Ziggler because you guys both have super kicks and have like blonde hair. Like, let the kid do it. He's doing a very different thing on his own and killing it. Let him do it. Let me have it. If we're only going to go back in time to say how much better it was then than it is now, we all suck. By the way, this era is mind-blowing, light years ahead of the talent of 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you name it. No matter how hot it was, no matter what the Attitude Era was, the talent that barely even gets on our show is so much better, and it's going to be a great future for those guys.
Why do you think it's that much better now?
I don't know, because I think it went from that era of the barroom bruisers to you have to be a Renaissance man now to have a chance in this business. And there's someone like a Cesaro or a Tyler Breeze who, up until a couple weeks ago, Cesaro wasn't featured on television that much, and the guy's been doing his thing for, 15 years in an awesome way?
Yeah.
Someone like Breeze, he's amazing, he's awesome. He's not on our show yet. And it's just goes to show you can keep calling people up, and some things work out, and some guys who are destined for greatness don't always work out. Somehow I'm here at 6 feet tall, 11 years later, the guy who stealing Shawn Michaels' gimmick, isn't really good, flips around the ring like he doesn't know what he's doing, is one of the guys who loses every night and gets 99% of these places to blow the roof off when he comes out. Why would that be?
It's because you're that good. That's why.
I guess.
You mentioned...
Your words, not mine. Well, I mean,
no, they are both.
I guess it's both our words.
I'm too good. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned pants, and I don't want to get too personal here, but how good does it feel not having to shave your legs all the time?
Oh, I don't really shave that often. If you look closely, I clippers once every 2 months, and that's it. So it doesn't matter. I don't think I'd shave my legs anyway.
Why transition from trunks to pants?
For fun. I was like, oh, I'm finally getting to wear some gear that I like, 80s rocker-esque, Motley Crue kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of cool. And like all those guys, Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil, they all have the black, cool pants. I go, let me try a pair of pants, see if I like them. It was a special thing for SummerSlam. They arrived a day late. I wore them on that special Raw now. That's fine. I'm like, you know what? This could work. So I'm in the mix of getting another pair made. We'll see. Raw exclusive, pants only for now. And if it works out at the next pay-per-view and the pants work out, maybe we'll stick to them. We'll see. It's all about, like, The Undertaker wasn't just this guy who stood there like this. He became this biker. He became all these things. And if I don't have that time to develop my character, let me just slowly become the guy who wears the stuff that he wants to wear.